Hey y'all. Okay, so this is not your yearly motivation, yearly motivation where they tell you that you should cut off some association that are no longer beneficial. Well, this is not a motivation, in fact, but I think it's a necessity because you all know that the Bible is our reference anytime, any day. I have seen lots of verses in the Bible where God kept emphasizing on the fact that we should watch our association. And for God to mention something more than once, more than twice, it means it's very, very important. Now, one of the scriptures that really caught my attention while thinking and studying about this particular subject or topic is Proverbs chapter 27, verse 17, which says, Iron sharpeneth iron. Okay? So does a friend sharpen the countenance of another. Now, if you are iron and then you are associating with a friend that is a wood, you cannot sharpen him according to the Bible. What would happen there is there would be a damage. Now, there is a scripture in the Bible that is really, really so paramount when it comes to this topic. The story in the Bible where Daniel was thrown into the lion's den. Now, I know we are all familiar with that, but there is a part we are not familiar with. We are not familiar with the part where the king said that everyone that spoke against Daniel or that reported Daniel to him, they should be thrown into the lion's den. That was after Daniel was released, of course. The king said they should be thrown into the lion's den. They, their children, their wives should be thrown into the lion's den. Please just imagine this for a second. Imagine a woman in the kitchen cooking, waiting for her husband to come back, and all of a sudden the king's guard enter their apartment and say, Madam, you are needed in the palace. And that's how they grabbed her and threw her inside the lion's den. Imagine the children or the children in school learning, and the guards entered, packed the children, threw them into the lion's den. Just like that, their destinies were cut short. I'm sure the women had visions. They had plans. They wanted to great things for their families, even for their children. I'm sure the children equally had plans. The children wanted to be lawyers, they wanted to be defenders of everything good too. I'm sure they had plans. But just like that, their destinies were cut short because of the kind of person they are associated with. Because they are associated with a man that is greedy or with men that are greedy, self-centered, selfish. Because of that, their destinies were cut short. This further shows us how important it is for us to watch out for our association. It's not every good person self that should be in your circle. Yes, they are good, but they might not be good for you. You need to be cautious. You need to know this. You need to know this. To an extent, to a very large extent, you need to even trust God to know the kind of people that should come into your life. Your future is so great that it's not everybody that can carry the weight that comes with being who you are. The weight of friendship. Watch your association. If you're in a circle in a circle that talks you down, that demeans or that talks you down, that doesn't bring out the best in you, that does not see anything good in you, that does not see you the way Christ sees you, I think it's time for you to sit down and recount your beans. The thing is, we don't even know that this part of our lives is very, very important. It is very, very important. Like I always say, if you're not losing friends, then you're not growing. That's a very, very ultimate truth. If you're not losing friends and you're not growing in any way, it's very important. But as much as who and whom we associate with is very, very important, you must also know that it is important that you that wants to be associated with anyone, you are a good person. What am I trying to say? Dish out the energy you want to receive. If you want supportive friends, learn to be supportive. If you want godly friends, be godly yourself. Dish out whatever energy you want to get in return. Learn to be someone that people can see God through. Learn to be a person that is positive. You say, yes, you say the truth the way it is, but you always make sure that you don't break anyone's spirit in the process of being um, as honest as possible. Our association is very, very important, and we must realize this, work on it, select. In fact, you need to sit down and select it. Select your friends like you're selecting beans. Yes, it's not everyone that is good for you. Some are Christians. Good. They are Christians. But are their values the same with yours? Some love God. True. But are their values the same with yours? Some are, what should I call them? Some go to church. Good. But are their values the same with yours? Anything that is not leading you forward is taking you backward. You must recognize that, acknowledge it, select your friends, choose your circle. It's very, very important.